Good evening. I have already said good evening once. I managed to screw up the intro um, by not hitting the button. I've actually done the intro twice. Do you guys notice anything different before we go on? I'll give you a second. Okay, it's been a second. Yes, I've changed my whole setup tonight. Terrible idea to do that on a Saturday night. Wanted to stream though anyway. I got a lot to do to get it right, because right now when I want to look like the monitors, we'll get to it. But anyway, for those of you who don't know me, my name is John Schenk. I'm a realtor, a broker. I'm the founder of Deerwood Realty in St. Louis, Missouri. We help. We're a residential firm, very small. It's just me now, and I help buyers buy homes and sellers sell theirs. On the weeknights, I typically do a live stream around 9 o'clock, and we go over real estate related news and talk about it and have analysis on it. And then on the weekends, who knows what's going to happen. Tonight, I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to have some fun. I'm getting tired of being sad. I'm getting tired of the market being hard on my buyers, frustrating, miserable experiences. And I've just had enough for this week, and I want to have some fun with my real estate homies, those of you who are out there right now. Anyway, had a long deal, and I'm just going to go over things as they are. So first of all, we're not going to go with the typical format. I'm not going to do any tweets tonight. I'm not going to do any tweets. I'm not going to do any news articles or anything other than to say that I didn't have any showings today, and I have some maybe tomorrow, but last night was enough. I've noticed I've got a little bit of waviness here. I think it's because on my shirt. I think it's because of the color of the shirt and the microphone together. I think if I do that, it won't be as bad, but I don't want to sit that far away. Oh man, it's always something. It's always something. I just don't know. So, how are you tonight? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. How are you? Maybe if I move this up. Wish me luck. It could turn everything to a disaster. Let's just kind of go up a little bit. Okay. Is that better? Probably not. Probably didn't do anything because I won't. Anyway, we're just going to have to deal with it. It's going to be one of those nights. And that's okay. So, as you know, I got this new computer. It's really nice. Okay. It's really, really nice, but I did not have a new monitor. My original monitor was a 27-inch ViewSonic 60 frame a second. I think it was 1080p. There was a couple problems. One, my friend who my technology friend, my computer friend, I said, hey, I'm getting this graphics card, the 4070 Ti. You think it'll look okay on my monitor? And he said, dude, it's like, no, you can't do that. You got to have a better monitor. And I'm like, well, they're expensive. I don't even want to know what kind to get. I researched it a bunch. I did not get a 4K monitor. I did get a 2K monitor. It's the Gigabyte M320, 165 hertz refresh rate. So if I want to game, and I do want to game a little bit, I'm going to get into it slowly. I believe the last system that I had was a PlayStation 2. So it's been a while. I'd play on my computer now. It's pretty kick-ass. But so yeah, I needed to get a new monitor. So I got a new monitor, and I was like, well, you know what? Everybody's doing the multiple displays now, and so I need to get a multiple display. So I got one with 3 displays. I was going to use my old monitor for one. That's the one I wanted to use for when I wanted to do like chats that aren't on YouTube. Because I don't want to flip back and forth on the screens. I'd rather just look up. But I don't know that's that easy going to work. I don't even know if that's going to work. So that was kind of dumb. But anyway, a 32-inch screen, it's 16 by 9, is almost as big as my desk. It's also taller. And so as I'm speaking to you now, you can see I'm looking down at the screen. When I'm looking at the screen, you're up here. Now, this might get annoying, okay? And all I can say is I'm sorry. I don't exactly right now, just this right moment, I cannot fix it. I have a number of things I have to fix, and this isn't going to be one of them. The problem that I found myself in now is I need a bigger desk so that I can have the 3 monitors. I mean, they're cool. Don't get me wrong. But without the 3 monitors, I don't have any place to put the camera. So this is the best I can do. It's not bad. It's just I'm looking down. Also, the monitor I bought, the standoffs for the monitor to put it on the new stand, the 3-screen stand, they're too long. The screws are too long, and so it's tilted down right now. So the screen would be perfect except for it's tilted down. I've got to go to the hardware store tomorrow and get a bunch of washers and pull it out more so that it's straight. Is it embarrassing? No. The one thing though that I don't know the answer to yet is I might have been too tight with the screws I had, because when I went to originally when I went to start the monitor, how do I put it? It started flashing on and off. So like I thought maybe something was really broken. Turns out everything's fine so far, except for, like I said, I've got this little thing here, but I'm running at 185 hertz. I think I look pretty good. I've also changed out. I was watching, what was I watching? I was watching Jay's 2 Cents, who's that channel and PC Builder have helped me figure out like what I need to build for my new computer. But I saw they used a different kind of light thing that goes it's like the webbing that goes over the light instead of the soft white. I'll show you. So here's this. This is what I was using, but the other ones I'm using now are the eggshell thing. So if you know what those are, you can put it in the chat. I'd love to know the actual name of them. But anyway, I changed those out today because like if you see right here and on the other side, I'm just a very bald guy. I'm very white, and although I look kind of red tonight, I don't know. I did do an auto white balance. I mean, I did calibrate the white balance, so I don't know if that's the case. But anyway, I changed that out, and now I don't like you can see that. It's bad. I didn't want to cause any problems. Okay, like I didn't want to. I didn't need all this mess tonight. This was not where I wanted to be. But I got that new monitor yesterday, and it was just sitting in the box, and I felt like it was criminal to not turn it on and use it right away. And so I did. Now, those of you who have watched for a long time know that I've got plenty of issues, one of which is the basement it's just a total disaster. I can't put anything away right now because I've got so much stuff. And so when I got the new monitor, that's more boxes, more styrofoam, no place to work. Every place I have is full of something. So, I mean, not only do I need a new desk, but I have to reorganize the room. I have to reorganize my room, my theater room, which I don't even know if I'm ever going to get back to. It's going to be, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to be too sad tonight. But anyway, I mean, I started at 5:00 to get I just wanted to do a nice stream, and I wanted to get everything set up. And it's now 8:30. Okay. I guess I started the stream around 8, maybe 8:30, probably 8:30. 8:31 based on the time it says that I've been live. And that's 3 hours gone. And I don't know where it went. I was working the whole time. I was sweaty. I managed to bust my knuckle coming down the stairs. Screamed out some curse words. But what I want you to see now, to start the evening, I'd like to show you this here. This is my desk right now. I mean, look at all the stuff. Now you can see there's a lottery ticket there. There's my YouTube channel's open. I've got scissors. I've got a knife over there. I've got bags. I've got thumb drives. You could probably read my computer screen, which is not cool, but you can see how it's tilted in. I've got speakers, picture of my wife, stapler. Everyone needs, that's Advil, fake Advil, generic. This is parts of the computer monitor holder. This is where I normally put my drink. There's the Rodecaster Pro 2. There's some junk back there. There's my microphone. I mean, it's just a mess. So I literally can't do anything. And this is the way it was. This is the way it was maybe 2 weeks ago when I literally had a box sitting on my desk with the laptop on top of it, trying to do a live stream. It was just an absolute disaster. And so I'm kind of embarrassed by that whole situation, but I tried. Okay. I tried. But so what would I say now? What I would say is, like, look, bear with me. It's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect, but we're working on it. My goal had been, if you look right there, to get the picture up today, but I just ran out of time. If I wanted to get something out to you tonight, and I watched YouTube this afternoon, and it is interesting. I think some of the bigger YouTubers aren't getting paid like they were. Some of the production value has gone down. Now on mine, my production value has never been that high, so you don't really have to worry about. That was sarcasm. I don't know if you can pick that up. I have picked up some subscribers from Germany, or some viewers from Germany. So just so the people of Germany know, okay, I've been to Germany just this past year. I was in Frankfurt at the airport. I know that's not really being in Germany, but I mean, I was physically there. The Frankfurt airport for Lufthansa was very nice. I have no complaints. But I was in an international airport, and so I don't think that, I mean, maybe the people that were working there were German, but anyway, I've been to Germany. Nice place. Thank you for watching. I don't know how relevant my stories are to you as a real estate agent in St. Louis, Missouri, but hey, if you want to watch this, I'm totally good with that. I'm totally good with that. Thank you. So yeah, that's what we're going to leave it. I'm not going to be streaming the whole night. I'm not going to stream for too long tonight at all. My main goal tonight is, I want to have some fun. Real estate jokes, to me, I mean, how could it not be the best possible thing to do tonight? What I want is a chuckle. Look, I like to laugh, okay? I like my own jokes, though, and I have an odd sense of humor. I get that, but I love to laugh. Now, it's been said that, like, only a third of the population has a sense of humor, and so, I mean, I'm treading on thin ice here because it's possible that no one's going to laugh. I don't even know if I'm going to laugh. I literally pulled some jokes down, 85 of them, 85 jokes. And I'm just going to go over them, and I'm just going to see if I laugh. And you're going to come along with me, and we're going to have a good time. Okay? And I'm not going to show you the jokes ahead of time because, oh, by the way, I got here and I've been trying so hard to get this together. I didn't even bring down any water. If I have to call for something, I got nothing. And as I say it, I'm jinxing myself, so I'm doing my best to move on. But anyway, see? I just knew it. I just knew that was going to happen. So I'm not going to put the jokes on the screen. I'm going to have them up, but I'm not going to put them on the screen because if I were you and I had them on the screen, I would just read them ahead. And that would be, and I would be done before for the guy being me, and I don't want to do that. So we're just going to go over the jokes. I'm going to read them. I put the link to the jokes in the description, which I haven't uploaded yet, but I will. Anyway, let's just go over the real estate jokes and have a good time tonight. Let's see if we can laugh once or twice. I'll tell you what. I have got a tremendous amount of stress tonight. I don't know. It's more than normal. I think the weather's kind of crappy out. It's rainy. It's cold. Like I said, this week was stressful. I mean, we just built a computer on Monday, and our first stream was on Tuesday on the new setup. And so, I mean, like, even tonight, the screen starts flashing. The new one that look them up on Amazon. They're not cheap. Monitors are not cheap. 32-inch monitor, not cheap. So anyway, let's get to it. So I'm going to go over here. And you probably can't see me now. I'm just going to check one more time. Okay. I probably should do it a little differently. How would I do that? All right. I don't know if this is going to work. If I disappear, don't freak, okay? Okay, are you freaking? All right, I got it set up. I do it this way? Just give me, please hold. All right. All right. Oh, that's not good. Let me see if I do it right here. Okay. Here we go. I feel good about this. Well, I don't feel good about that. Okay, here we go. This is the funniest realtor puns. Okay. Here we go. Graveyards want to leave the real estate business. After all, cemeteries are a dying industry. Did you get it? I'm not going to go over it like, did you get it every time? But I thought it took me a minute to get that one. And I did laugh. Thank God. Here we go. I have a friend who is stout. When he joined Realtor Services, he was assigned to the division of short sales. I thought that was funny. I thought it was funny. Look, I'm not going to make, if it's not funny, I'm not going to laugh, but I like that one. It says, all periodic table elements were hired by the real estate company because they have lots of properties. Thor decided to pursue his career in real estate. He's going to be a real Thor. So stupid. My brother is a real estate agent. He greets me with, "Hey, bro, how's it going?" It's more funny for me reading a crappy joke and then laughing to it because I'm reading and you're having to listen to it too. I mean, that's the funny part to me. My friend works at a coffee beans estate. I think he's the groundskeeper there. As a realtor, I had a rude client. I showed her some manners. I'm going to see if I read it ahead of time, if I can deliver it better, because I haven't been reading ahead. Okay. Becoming a real estate attorney is a tough job. You will always have to deal with battles of wills. I read that one ahead, but I don't know if I'm going to do it right. Okay, here we go. The French monarch was very upset when his brand new estate was destroyed during the French Revolution. He said that the results were catastrophic. I don't know if I read that right. It could have been catastrophic, but that doesn't make any sense because a chateau is a place. So anyway, we're going to keep going. I've got plenty. By the way, just to stop for a moment, look, I'm going to be doing new YouTube shorts that aren't just cuts from the show. I am, but that was on the list for today. It didn't get done. I'll tell you, I've just been tired. I needed to rest today, and so I watched some YouTube and napped. I once decided to buy a baseball stadium, but my agent said he could only give me a ballpark estimate. I decided on building a board game company where one can buy real estate, but it turns out that only Hasbro has the absolute monopoly. I don't know. I didn't really laugh on that one. I'm sorry. While buying a house, never consult a realtor. Almost all houses have sellers in them. Sellers. I got that one. Oh, wow. This. I don't know if I'm going to. A sophisticated realtor constantly speaks about proper tea. I don't get the next one because I don't know it. Well, maybe you'll find. I don't get it. It says either Al or AI always carries a video camera to get the accurate square footage. Al always carries a video camera to get. Oh, well, okay. Maybe. I don't know. A dual realtor has two distinct sleeping styles, lying on one side of the bed and then lying on the other. I got that one. I figured that one. I've been a dual agent a couple times. I'll tell you a story. I've been a dual agent on more than two deals, which isn't that many. But I had the opportunity one time to be a dual agent on a deal where I wasn't comfortable because I felt like the house had too many issues, and I didn't want the buyers to feel like they got a bad deal. Now, did they? They didn't get a bad deal at all. But by me saying no to that dual agency, they used another agent, and then they used another agent to sell their house. And so that was about a $13,000 mistake on my part. I kick myself on it, but I still feel like that was the best thing possible for everybody. It was the best thing for the seller, best thing for the buyer. I just felt like in that particular deal, I didn't want anything bad to happen to the sellers or the buyers. And so I did not work as a dual agent. I brought in a different agent, and not in my office even. So there was nothing that I benefited from that at all, except for I have some level of integrity that cost me. Now, other houses I have done dual agency when I feel comfortable with the house, with the buyers and with the sellers. This case here, I didn't feel very comfortable with the buyers because I didn't know them that well ahead of time. So anyway, my realtor promised a free abacus if he could close the deal, but I'm unsure whether to count on it or not. Well, there you'd have to know what an abacus is. Many realtors don't work in Mexico as they don't really pay so much. Look, I can do these jokes all night, and I'm going to do them for a while. So if you're bored, watch something else. But I'm going to have some fun tonight. A client had a great vacant space. I really had to study lots to get work. I got it now. Let's see if I can do it better. A client had a great vacant space. I really had to study lots to get work. A client had a great vacant space. I really had to study lots to get work. I dislike realtors the most. While buying a 2-storied house, he gave me a story before I bought it. All appraisers seem to carry wasps. They think the value of the eye always stays in the beholder. What happens when you marry the best real estate agent? He sells you the engagement ring. What happens when you marry the best real estate agent? He sells you the engagement ring. What happens when you marry the best real estate agent? He sells you the engagement ring. I don't get it. I'm sorry. What does a realtor say when the relationship manager proposes to reduce the work in half? I'm looking to take 2 of those. Why are real estate agents compared to Satan while reading contracts? Because they think that the devil lies in the details. What happened to the remaining unsold floor of the building? Though it was last, it was ultimately leased. That was a play on words. I got that one. Wow. What did the realtor reply when asked if he liked reading real estate magazines? Yes, I love reading them, but only periodically. Yeah. I don't know. Is that really, could you use that for anything? What did the biker mechanic reply when I asked if he liked reading biker manual repair magazines. Yes, I love reading them, but only periodically. That one you can use for anything. I mean, biker repair, did I say? Biker mechanic, sorry. Why did the agent leave the duct selling job? He couldn't stick with it. It hurts. My side hurts. My dad's car, I'll just take a moment. I use my dad's car. It's a hybrid. I use it sometimes to show houses. I mean, I'm not embarrassed. It's the smartest thing to do. My home inspector has a Chevy Volt, like the original ones that had an engine that powered the electricity. They're not just, they're hybrid basically. But I don't think they make those anymore. But anyway, my dad has a Hyundai Ioniq. And it's a hybrid. And, man, the seat, like, it's set up so, like, it's an old school style seat, and that there's no electronics at all. And so, like, you can tilt the seat up, but you can simultaneously tilt the back forward. And so basically you're driving and you're like, but your knees are up in your chest. It's very, very, very uncomfortable. What is the only similarity between a UFO and an affordable agent? You usually hear about both, but can never see one. That was kind of hurtful. I do a job. I try to feed my family. Why did the house he was selling come in a nice dress? It was the address. I don't know. Why was the lightest? Oh, no, that's the next one. Why did the house he was selling come in a nice dress? It was the address. What is the lightest house a real estate seller sells? A lighthouse, of course. Why did the real estate agent keep 10 ants in his house? Because they were his 10 ants. Tenants. I thought it was funny. I don't know. Whatever. Why was the hipster realtor very reluctant to show the near the river property? It was too current. Do you have I'll tell you what, like, I have a style. I mean, if you've watched me for any amount of time, you know that I have a style. I normally wear like a nice, I'll either wear a collared shirt and then like a sweater over it, or in the summers, it'll be a dress short sleeve shirt. And I always wear dress pants, and I have a pair of dress shoes. And this is what I wear every day. I mean, it's my outfit. I think I would wear that no matter what I did, but it helps in real estate because we've traditionally been a very conservative dressing industry. That's all pretty much changed now. I go out. One time I saw a woman, a younger girl, dressed. I swear to God, it was a prom dress. She was showing houses in, and I was like, it's fine. It's just there's actually in the real estate ethics, you're actually supposed to dress like professionally, like that's part of the code of ethics. And I just don't know. But anyway, so then I've seen other people like wear just jeans and a very ugly like polo. Like, and it's not a good pair of jeans either. I mean, I can understand. But what I'm saying is I very seldom ever see somebody pull off the hipster look like that's real. Like I see it on TV. Everyone's always dressed real nice on TV. But like when I actually go show houses, I very seldom see a realtor that's dressed with a hipster look that can pull it off. And I see a lot of realtors because every house we go to anymore has like 4 people walking through it at the same time. So it's not like I don't see enough realtors. With my brokerage being so small, I don't have a lot of realtors in the office with me. In fact, I have none. But when I go out, I don't know, if you ever see a hipster real estate agent that can pull it off, take a picture, put it in the comment sections of this video, and it'll be fun. Why was the realtor upset with his truck driver client one day? The client wanted a house with a very long hallways. I screwed that one up. Let me see if I can do it better. Why was the realtor upset with his truck driver client one day? The client wanted a house with very long hallways. Why would you be upset, though, as a truck driver? Because, like, you want to drive further, don't you? Whatever. Why did the real estate agent take the house to the doctor? The window had a pane. Oh, we're literally, if I'm not careful, we're gonna have an hour of jokes just straight in a row. And I'm going for it, by the way. Which rooms do ghost real estate agents hate selling the most? The living rooms. That's so stupid. I love it, though. I love it. Who would if Spock consulted to buy a house in space? Land Carlissian. See, now you have to know Star Trek and the original one. And I mean, I watched it. It was the one robot one was really creepy. But I don't TNG, look at me. I like Picard. I can't it's on Paramount Plus, and I have like Paramount Channel but not Plus, and so I don't know. I don't get it. But I'd really like to see Picard. I think that would make me very happy if it was still in the spirit of Next Generation. My wife, I tried when we were dating, I tried to watch Star Trek: The Next Generation one time, or I actually had it on the big screen downstairs, and she walked in and she's like, well, this is stupid. And it's just the way it is with some people. Like I don't, the new Star Trek stuff this new Star Wars stuff doesn't appeal to me at all. But at the time, I kind of liked the original Star Wars. What did the realtor do when he realized that his clients didn't have enough money to buy the manor? He asked what would be the condominium offer that he could match. Condo minimum. Why is it a terrible idea to pick a fist fight with a real estate agent? He usually flips houses whenever he wants. Why is it a terrible idea to pick a fist fight with a real estate agent? He usually flips houses whenever, like, physically flips houses, or like, and that makes him strong, and like, you didn't want to fight somebody that could flip a house? Is that what we're going with? Yeah. Why was the coffee maker recruited by the real estate company? Because he should grind well. Why was the coffee maker? All right. What did the husband realtor say to his wife? You have a lien on my heart. Yeah. What did the judge say to the real estate agent who violated the NAR code? You didn't stand up to the ethics, so pay the fine. What did the judge say to the real estate agent who violated the NAR code? You didn't stand up to the ethics, so pay the fine. I don't know. I don't get that. I don't understand. What did the real estate agent say to the lady at the bar? Ma'am, is your name FHA loan? Because you most certainly caught my interest. What did the realtor say to his wife? Speaking with you felt like buying a house for the first time, thrilling and nervous. What did the manager say to the real estate agent when he made a deal for Amazon? Hey, John, you did an Amazon Prime job. Stupid. What did the realtor remark when he saw a fine piece of clothing? It's a fine print. What did the realtor say to his daughter who topped class? Just like an agreement bond, your marks are flawless. How did the realtor compliment his wife? He said, values of estate will go up and down. You will remain beautiful forever. Why did the realtor open a bakery shop? Because he was dealing in dough. God. How many realtors are needed to change a light bulb? 5. One to change and others to say they would have done it for a lower price. No, you know what? Like, since we're just having a day, like I'll go to a appointment. I don't know if it's a listing appointment. I don't know why people are calling me. So I'll go and I'll sit there, and then they'll say to me, well, what do you think you can get for the houses? I don't know. This is the first time I've been to the house. How would I know? And sometimes people are like, I don't know, like, you should know what the price is. I haven't been in the house. How would I know? It's the same thing with Zillow. Why would Zillow know, what a property should go for if they've never been inside it? It doesn't work. You have to actually go to the interior of the house, see what's there, and then come up with a good opinion. And then this is just me, but when I go in, I have a commission. Okay. I do. For at least when I'm listing a property, I have costs, I have expenses, I have to cover those, and I have to make a profit, or else I can't continue to sell real estate. Okay. And I'm sure someone can come in there. Like if they hire, if they bring in 4 agents, I'm sure you're going to get 4 different valuations and you're going to get 4 different commissions. Okay. But what I would say is this: here's what I know happens. Okay. Number one, if I tell someone my commission when I'm in a meeting, they immediately go to the next agent and say, well, his commission is this. Can you do better? And then that other agent says probably yes, because they know exactly what the commission is that I've said. But there's some like scummy real estate agents that will, like, the seller will have made their decision to use me or use someone else. And they'll say to be like an honorable person, they'll tell all the other agents that they went in a different direction. That's the right thing to do. Very honorable, very decent. You'll still have agents who are like, okay, well, what is the other person offering? I'll beat it by 10%. And it's like, if the seller falls for that, okay, that slimy tactic, you can bet that during that deal, when the realtor pulls some other sort of slimy tactic that isn't beneficial to the seller will be the one that gets eaten on it. They'll be the one that gets smacked. And so it's like, I don't understand if I were on the other side, because see, I only understand things as a real estate agent anymore, or as a real estate broker. I don't really understand things as the general public would, because I've been doing it for so long now. I mean, when I first started, I would have understood what I was talking. And there are some things that I've always done in my business that I've thought has been important for people on the outside, so they don't get ripped off. But look, if you can beat down a real estate agent, I'm just going this way. If you're a seller and you can beat down a real estate agent on their commission, okay, before they've even signed a deal with you, what makes you think that they're going to fight for the most amount of money they can get for your property when it's listed? Like, do you not understand that they're going to fold like a paper cards, a house of cards, as soon as somebody comes at them with a deal? Like, at that point, you're not hiring an agent because you think they're going to do the best job for you. You're hiring an agent knowing that they're just going to fold. Like, they're not going to fight for you. They're not going to try and get the best price. They're not going to do any of that. And it's the same thing with, well, what about if I bring in 4 real estate agents and one person is $20,000 over the rest, with my house? And I would say to that, they're $20,000 over that because they're trying to do 2 things. One, they're trying to impress you and make you feel good that your house is worth so much. Okay, they're flattering you. And then number 2, this is the game they play. They'll list it very, very high. It may not go it may not go off the market. It may not sell for a long time. It will, but then they'll say, "Oh well, I guess we were wrong. We'll have to either lower the price or we'll just take this bottom low offer." That was probably more in line with what the agents were saying. The other agents were saying anyway. Who wins in that one? See, it's a perverse incentive to lie as a listing agent in that case, because you've got the listing. I once had a guy try to take my listing. I was working with a fellow, and he said, "Well, look, let me just list this house for 30 days. And if I list it for 30 days and I don't sell it, then you can go ahead and use your other agent." And I was the other agent. I'm like, the hell? That's a great move on their part, on the other agent's part. But, once somebody gets something listed, they're not going to sit there and say, they're not going to remember 30 days later, like, oh, I want to go with this other agent. Plus, what would be the point? Like, as a seller, like, now you've had the house on the market 30 days, and you still haven't got an offer in what's been the hottest market since I've been alive, or since I've been in the business for the last 2 years. It doesn't make any sense. So anyway, those are some things I was thinking. I didn't mean to break it up too much. What is a mortgage paradox? The older generation wants to get rid of it. The newer ones want it. I don't understand. When does someone feel homesick? Usually at month ends when the mortgage has to be paid. No, see, I mean, I don't laugh at everything. Why was the man upset? Because he thought he had a good wall-to-wall carpets. He still had to pay back 2 wall payments. Well, let me see if I did that wrong. Why was the man upset? Because he thought he had good wall-to-wall carpets. He still had to pay back wall-to-wall payments. It didn't make any sense. I don't think that's funny at all. Why did the agent say he was hunting for castles? He meant it as a manner of speaking. What did the realtor say when someone helped him sell the large vacant land? He had lots to be grateful for. What did I do when my realtor did a lovely job in describing my property at the listing? I simply decided to keep it. That's not funny. I've been in those situations where someone thinks they want to sell their house, and then we get all to the end and they're like, you know what? I don't want to sell my house. And I'm happy for them if they're happy. I mean, I've been in situations where when the people sell the house, they just start crying. I mean, it's just like, eesh. Sometimes it's tears of joy, like, thank God we sold it. And then other times it's like, I didn't want to sell the house for any amount of money. This is the worst thing ever. How do you know the line of your property? You see where your realtor neighbor tends his grass. Why will you never see a realtor reading books? Because books only have page numbers. Why was a realtor amused by solving a house jigsaw puzzle in just 5 weeks? The box read for 10 to 14 years. That was a put down. Why was the realtor amused by solving a house jigsaw puzzle in just 5 weeks? The box read for 10 to 14 years. So they're saying a 10 to 14-year-old, the realtor got it confused. I'm explaining a joke. If you have to explain it, it's probably not that funny. Why did the realtor decide not to go to Egypt to sell ancient monuments? It might be a pyramid scheme. I liked that one. What is the best line a realtor uses to convince his clients? I can just picture you in this home. What is the best line a realtor uses to convince his clients? I can just picture you in this home. I don't know. Why did the realtor buy his home right beside a porta potty? Because it was a lakefront property. Why was the realtor surprised to see his houses being broken into? Because he was Sherlock's Holmes. Why was the realtor surprised to see his house being broken into? Because I read it again. Stupid. Why? What did the agent client say to the bad realtor? He said, "See you in cell." That's kind of. Which genre of music do realtors love listening to the most? House music. How can cats only afford to stay in expensive neighborhoods? Because they have 9 lives to pay off the debts. I like that one. Why do realtors not buy houses near stables? Because they will always be worried about their next door neighbors. Why is it unsafe to trust real estate developers? Because they are up to new schemes and plots. I would go always. I would have. Why is it unsafe to trust real estate developers? Because they're always up to new schemes and plots. There was no always in my sentence, so it didn't really go. Why do realtors love an empty cup of coffee? Because it's a vacant latte. story. Why did the man decide to hire his Why did the man decide to hide his realtor license? Because he wanted to be a secret agent. What does a realtor say during a festive season? Oh, for Feliz Navidad. Why was the agent who invested in real estate happy when the GDP fell? Because he appreciated the depreciation. Stupid. Why do realtors love skateboard? Because they can flip it whenever they want. Okay. What did Winnie the Pooh say to his realtor? Hey, bro, now show me the hive. I guess I didn't really understand Winnie the Pooh. I'm sorry. Has anybody like under the age of 40 even heard of Winnie the Pooh? Nah. What did the senior agent who grew up in the Bay Area advise his juniors? 10% of the money is made by your schemes, but 90% is made by catching giant waves. I don't know. What compliment did the realtor give his wife? He said that she deserves all the props in life. Yeah. What did the prisoner turned realtor say to his clients? Guy says, now I sell the blocks in New York Paradise and not in prison. So on that, do you know what the biggest change in real estate was after the Dodd-Frank Act went through so that we could stop, the mortgage crisis? It was an odd one. It was fingerprinting. Yeah, we were required as agents to get our fingers printed. Now, look, that doesn't make any sense. At least that doesn't make any sense for safety of a mortgage. That makes absolutely no sense, okay? But what they wanted everybody's fingerprints so that if somebody committed a crime, they'd have fingerprints that they could match them against. That's all it was. It had nothing to do with my job. It had everything to do with people wanting to have my fingerprints in case there was ever a crime that a realtor committed, they'd be able to find the person quickly. On the real estate, when you go to renew, they actually ask you if you've either been arrested for the last 3 years or paid your property taxes. Because they can deny you a license for, something unethical in your past, which, I don't wish that on anyone, basically. And it would go, I got a bug. But I think they're pretty lenient. Like if you were a criminal 5-10 years ago and it was for not theft and not mortgage fraud, you could probably get your license again. What would Spock say if he was a real estate agent who sold a house to his client? He would say, long live and prosper in this property. What did the manager say to the realtor who kept forgetting to sign the agreement? He just said, just do the deed. So I often have a situation. I think a lot of people would say, and this is something you might not believe. I work with a lot of older people who are selling their house. They're either, downsizing or they're moving on. They don't use email daily. They may have an email address, but they're not that interested. They have a tough time using DocuSign. That is way past their ability. So I've often taken my physical contracts that I get for them to sign. I present them with the offer, and then they sign it. They sign it. And, sometimes I put in my listing, I say, I need at least 24 hours to turn this document or 48, because if it is somebody older, I'm going to have to drive out there and I'm going to have to meet them at a certain time when they're available and do that. It's one of those things. If I were 20 and in this business, I would not understand that. I would not understand how in the world can you not use email? In fact, they would be like, why can't you use text? And as I've been in the business, it's changed a significant amount we used to call everyone. You'd always call the agent, and you'd always have a conversation before you wrote an offer. Nowadays, you write an offer and send over a text that says, hey, did you get it? You can hardly negotiate via text. You can also, it's also, if you're not familiar with the person texting you, you can also read things out of context and just, it's not a very good way to communicate. I don't particularly like it. I guess I'm showing my age. What does a realtor usually say to impress a client who wants to sell their house? The real estate agent says, there's no other place like your house. I don't even, how's that funny? Why would a real estate business never close down? Because it will never be out of commission. Why did the real estate agent set up a meeting between the two parties at the house's underground portion to meet the seller? Why did the happy realtor say when his competitors got fired from the company? Oh, it should have been what? What did the happy realtor say when his competitors got fired from the company? He said all his rivals were now roofless. Which song of Led Zeppelin do realtors love the most? A Whole Lot of Love. That had nothing to do with real estate. Why? Let me see. Let me get here. Okay. What did the happy realtor say to his client after making the deal? He said, well, all's well that dwells well. Why did the Egyptian realtor always say he was on his land? It turned out he was in denial. What happened when the realtor company opened a Legoland? All the kids of the town started lining up for the blocks. All right, that's it. That's where we are. Put that over here. So anyway, look, it's Saturday night. It's 9:30. I haven't eaten yet. Gonna make an oven pizza. And tomorrow, I got some showings maybe, but the people are going to be gone. Why don't go to some open houses? I don't think I'm going to work on it tonight. I think I'm going to work on it tomorrow in the morning. And I don't know what else. I don't know what else tomorrow brings. It's weird that I have a weekend where I'm free. So anyway, look. I hope you had a good time tonight with me. It'd be nice to stream with like more people in the chat. We could really have a good time, but I mean, it is what it is. Like I was saying, if you could subscribe on Rumble so that I could get my 25 subscribers and then I could stream there, I'd really appreciate it if you use that platform. With that, I'm going to head out. Look, everything's not perfect, okay? I got to fix the monitor tomorrow. I might get that picture up. I don't know if I'm going to stream, but it was good tonight. I was glad to get out there. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening on the podcast. Thank you for watching, when things are done, like the next day of the replay. I appreciate it. Good night.